You are live. We are now on. I have no idea.
We're the only two on.
Yeah, well, that's okay. I mean, I can change the camera back and forth. It's a little work, but figure. Oh, Kyle Stevens is here. Hi, Kyle. Hey, Kyle, can you let us know if you can hear us? Hi, Lee. Actually, you can say hi to Joyce because she's on camera. I'm not on camera. I have no way of, well, I do have a way of putting myself on camera. All right. Hey, JD, how are you? Dale, Highball, and Hogger. Good to have you guys here. Cool. All right. We are just walked in. We got some folks coming in and got a balloon show going and balloon animals. Some really cool ones there. But this is my closest model railway club. I'm not a member because they do DC, and I'd be the only AC guy there. But they're the closest Swanton area, which is west of Toledo. Welcome in, Sean Tester. Hey, nice to have you here. Hey, John Dawson, good to have you here. But this is the Swanton Area Model Railway Club. Railroad and Model Club, I should HO division. They do have other sizes. They used to always have a presence at the one hobby store, but when the hobby store moved, they didn't. That might be Clifton. And Jackie Quinn is sending me text. I'm live, Jackie. Hey, CMD, greetings from sunny Austria. Hey, Mav, hello. And Andy from March West. I want to apologize, as I already did, to Andy for popping. It was just bad luck with changing of time, uh, the time change, and the once a year. I do not like to step on toes, especially if live streams I like to visit. But hello, Great Northern 70, everybody here. So I'm just waiting for a few more people, and then we'll go into the main show, which is down here. But this is some of the outer displays. This is their. Did I see Greg is here? Hey, Greg, hello. I know you can't individually say hello. That's all right. Hopefully you enjoy the show. This is a toy and train show, so it will not be all trains, although it's mostly trains. And I'll try to keep up with the chat. And this is the Lansing N-Scale Model Railway Club. That's awesome. Oh, that's a beautiful train right there. Look at this. Let's get in there close. Little Burlington Northern and a Sioux. But they've got it set up nice and long here. It goes all the way around both ways here. So this is the longest one I've seen here, in all honesty. In all the years I've come to the Toledo Train Show, this is clearly the longest. Hey, Paul and Paris, good to have you here. But a couple of CSX there. I actually am on StreamYard. My Streamlab account would not recognize me. I was in a panic mode, but I did get StreamYard on here. Yeah. But this is a long layout. And it's T-track. Yep, Kato T-track. It's designed specifically for modular. Got an awesome little air base scene here. Hi, John Benicki and Adam Flymo. Good to have you here. But these are all just the T-track modules, the little. But I'm going to go all around this just to give you an idea of the scale here. This is impressive. But this may be the longest layout I have seen at the Toledo Train Show. This is impressive. This would be great size even in HO, and in N scale, it's launch. So does each club member build a various modules? Okay. Yeah, I should have asked first. I'm actually live streaming and sharing this with friends around the world. Okay, great. This is fantastic. Oh, I like this one. That's a pretty scene right there. I know you guys are waiting to see what's on sale, but this is getting ready to put out another train. This is fantastic, gentlemen. What are the little number diodes up here reading or saying? Oh, okay, cool. All right, so these are the scale speeds for trains on the different train. Okay, so the outer main is going at scale speed 73 miles an hour, and the inner one is 64. That's cool. So just Davis Bessie, our local power plant, only about 40 miles from here, as the crow flies. Thanks, Lee. Stormy Night by Paul Limmer. And this actually does do a lightning display. And then your big lake freighter display. That's impressive. Look at that. So I just had to walk around this, gentleman. I think I've already lost Joyce. Joyce would like to have slept in another couple of hours, but this is fantastic. But yeah, this is by far the longest exhibition layout they've ever had at the Toledo Train Show. There's big ones in here. There's an HO one here that I think, in terms of track length, would be longer, but this is impressive. Yep. Okay, we'll get Joyce yawning on camera, because you got to remind me if, like, I don't know how much you're reading the chat, but you know me, I start looking at stuff and somebody, I'm gonna miss somebody asking a question. Hey, Sparky, how are you, Dave? And Rick's Trains, hi. Lots of HO here. Where are you hanging out, Rick? All right, so now we get into some of the toy area here. Lots of Star Wars toys. This is where for 20 some years, this is where I would have been hanging out. I ignored the trains and did the toys. And I would buy and sell. I would buy things, fix them up, resell them. I had that when I was a kid. There's a big Tonka train. We could get that one for Kyan. All the Star Trek. So you get a large toy group out here, but we do have a big Lionel section here. So where are my O-Gauge people? Hey, David from Scott Rail, how are you? But say what? the, Joyce says the Canadians are here. Joyce is over there reading the chat. She doesn't like the crowds. But I won't even begin to know what O-scale we have. But big Milwaukee Road guy right there. Not that I'm going to go through all this. That's why I say, if you see something you want me to look at, you have to kind of be watching and say, hey, stop right there now. And I have to be looking, or Joyce has to be looking. Hello, Tim. How are you? Welcome, Knights of the Rhomboid Table. Oh, that's a cool one. I like this. Just, I like streamlined. Old or new. I like the streamlined. So, oh, we got some Proto 2000 series. I hear you guys talk about that all the time. Which one do we have here? Oh, it's a Rock Island. You guys will have to forgive me. I still don't know my American lines too well. I know the main ones, but like here's Wisconsin and Southern. We see a lot of those on Stormy Sky Productions videos. Oh, yeah, Mav. I'm a kid at heart. I love toys. Hey, Carl. Thanks for the teddy bear, Carl. Got another Rock Island right there. Kyle, which one? The Union Pacific? Oh, the See, you guys talk about these things because you know them. I don't know them. I know European trains. I don't know my American. I'm trying to learn, but a couple of Southern Pacifics here. Okay, we got some stuff out here. You don't have to hang back, other than you're trying to avoid the crowd. So all kinds, $12 each or 5 for $10 each. You can usually get a lot of these a lot cheaper, but these are old. Okay, here's $6 each, or again, if you buy. And you'll have to forgive me. I'm not going to go through the boxes. I'd be here for hours. I'm just going to scan. Yeah, I know Rock Island Line. I know the song, and I knew it was a train, but it doesn't mean I know the livery or anything about the company. Hey, there's a. I actually remember seeing those on trains when I was a kid. For about 2.5 years, we lived in a area called Sylvania Township, northwest of Toledo, and we had a rail line through our backyard. We could watch trains from our backyard easily. In fact, we used to go put pennies on the track and get them crushed. And then there's one stupid thing I probably shouldn't mention that I did as a dare when I was 6 or 7 years old, but I rolled under a train. You want to talk about stupid, but when you're 6, you're stupid. Look at that. That's an N scale one, it looks like. Maybe that's HO. The Carnation Milk. The train was moving really slow and we all just rolled under the cars to the other side of the track. I think of my dad. Hey, Stormy Sky Productions, I just passed a Wisconsin and Southern locomotive. Hoppers with coal loads, $15 each or 5 for 60. Oh, those Southern Pacific Line coaches, their older coaches look cool. And again, there's stuff on the floor, other toys, some N scale stuff down there. Again, I can't show everything, but it's an idea to motor turns needs work, $30. Parts all there, $30. Burlington Refrigerator Express. Okay, some HO cars. I'm always looking for HO cars, but they've got to be European. Like that one would work. This one would go on my layout. Got some Walters mainline stuff here. Hey, Rick, how you doing? Hey, everybody, it's Rick from Rick's Trains. Hi, good to see you. Pardon? Is he here this year?
He has that stuff with the guy right next to him. Has it.
Oh, okay. I shall be jumping in there eventually. Okay. Oh, these are pretty. I like these Southern Pacifics here. That's nice. 6 cars with dome and passenger, daylight with loco, 105. Unfortunately, that's DC. And I'm a 3-rail guy. If Sparky's still there, Sparky, we got a Conrail here. Only 125. A big blue, that's right. Okay, and then we have more O-scale and Lionel here. Hot Wheels, if my friend Diecast Dude were watching, all kinds of Hot Wheels and Matchbox and such. And then more O-scale. We do have a strong O-scale presence here. I know most of my friends don't do O-scale, but oh, no, not doing that one. More Conrail, but an O-scale. That's O and O27, O27. More Hot Wheel cars. And this is just the entrance hall. So it's looking a little bigger this year. Because last year this hall wasn't as full. So and oh, they got a bunch of Thomas stuff over here. Cayenne does like Thomas. My grandson does like Thomas. Actually, the other day my grandson did come down and run trains for the first time in weeks. He decided he wanted to run the trains. He wanted to run the 00 trains on the floor. All right, let's see what we got here. Oh, these look good. Ann Arbor. I'm sorry, I'm an Ohio State guy. Anything that says Ann Arbor, I immediately dislike. That'd be like if you're a Liverpool guy and that said Man United or Everton. Oh, that's central of Georgia. Little box car is pretty cool. I like the color in that black and silver. I don't look at rail lines. I look at liveries. Keith has the I Love New York. Just all kinds of cool stuff here. And here, whoops, I'll go around here. Sorry about that, guys. Going to make you dizzy for a second. Some Conrail freight and some chassis system freight. Oh, those are interesting. Oh, look at those. Great Northern. Wow, I don't think I've ever seen those before.
Well,
His uncle died
Okay.
in town. And he got a lot of that stuff. He was walking inside here, but I think he went off to look around.
Okay.
Layout. Just look for Scott.
Okay. Because I do European train, so I don't know my American lines at all, but those, I like those. Those are just really cool looking.
Yeah.
Wow. That's all metal too. That's sharp.
I think that's why they're priced $60.
Yeah.
The last one's 10, depending on how big it is. What it is.
Because I don't know if these light up or not. It looks like they got wiring in them, so I'm going to assume they do. But
Nicely weighted here.
yes, they are. That's why I said I can see why they're $60. But see, I could run those. I can run those. The lights won't work, but I can run 2-rail. See, I run 3-rail.
Yeah.
I run 3-rail. So, but I can run 2-rail stock on my 3-rail rolling stock. Those are sharp though. I like those. Okay. All righty. All right. So here is. Okay. Understood. Thank you. So this is the Battle Creek Model Railroad Club. Battle Creek, famous. I'm sorry. Battle Creek is famous for all the Kellogg cereals. The city of Battle Creek. It's west northwest of Toledo, but another train running. We got a Lake State Railway here. That's a sharp looking loco. I like that one. Pulling a military train. Yeah, Sparky. Yeah, because my trains are HO. My trains are HO. The I can pull any 2-rail stock on my layout. I can pull any 2-rail stock on my layout. I just can't run the locos because how they're powered. You have to convert the motors and add the pickup shoe. So yep, I could take those home and run them now. But if they're electrical lights, then they won't work on my layout. The lights won't work. The cars will run, but they're not going to pick up power. I would have to. It would be easy. I would just have to add one shoe to them. I would have to add what we call the shoe, although I always call it the ski. But this is another really nice layout by the gents. Okay, so that's just the opening hall. The main exhibition is in here. Now, when Joyce and I were in line, we were just talking to a couple of guys over here, and we're talking about the good old days back in the 80s and 90s when this show was at the county fair place and it filled up 5 halls this size. You had 5 halls. Joyce would go with me a lot, and you remember those days, don't you? That was big. That show was big. Yep. Okay. That was Joyce's grin saying, "Get me off camera now." Heather. But those Great Northern cars were Lord of the Ring figures for $12. I had all those guys and then sold them. Oh, more Lord of the Rings figures. They're almost all Legolas. Star Wars, Star Wars, Star Wars. Oh man, there was a time where I'd be buying, selling, trading, all this stuff. So I'm just going to go down here and then come back up the other way. And I'm going to go fast. So I'm just going to kind of show you what's here. If I stop at every table. The 43 when it was the Intrepid.
Yeah.
But see, if it looks small, this place will be packed in another hour and a half. This is the early bird. This is the crowd that pays the extra money to get here early. And you got to have your Legos, right? Mom and son Rail family there. Hey, Clive, good to see you there. Oh, Old tin soldiers. Again, I used to collect these, paint them up, fix them up, and sell them again. NASCAR cars. I was into NASCAR as long as Dodge was in it, but when Dodge isn't in it, I don't do NASCAR. Hey, thank you. The National Convention of the NMRA. Not for me. Godzilla. I'm also coming back this way to see if my friend Rio, my former colleague Rio, is here. I'm not seeing him yet, but he had. Or is he back there? Oh, there he is. Rio's back there. There's a little trade thing here. Should I go back this way and come down the middle and then go say hi, or go say hi now? Okay. Wow, who was it? Somebody I knew was after Tomic's N scale track, and I have no idea who that was. But again, I would come and spend hours, which is why my kids and Joyce stopped coming with me to the toy shows. Now I drag Joyce along because her job is to read the chat for me. They got Lionel Fast Track. Arthur's here. And then you do have Beltline Hobbies, Repair and Parts. Oh, Smoke Fluid. The flavors. Yeah, Joyce is checking out this. No scent. Candy cane. Coal-fired steamer. Oh, that would be something. Oil-fired steamer. Original cedar. Coffee. Oh, no, not coffee. And then it's the same top and the bottom. Okay, that's cool, though. All these scented.
The train system.
I've got a big bottle of that, but I'm going to have to pick up. But then just all kind of spare parts here. All the couplers, everything right there. What? Oh, wow. Yeah, that's what we used to buy to put around the Christmas displays when I was a kid. We didn't have a Christmas train, but my mom would do Christmas scenes. I just got one.
By the way, folks that are doing videos, you guys are seeing, when we see your videos, we actually have around 30 or 40 videos.
Okay.
Right?
Gotcha.
So you'll see it.
Okay. Well, Heath, when he was doing his carnival stuff, I wonder if Heath would have appreciated this because he loved his trains, his carnival and circus trains. That's cool. And actually, the price for what you're getting with it isn't bad. And telephone poles. I just saw, who was it that just did a Rapido telephone poles video? There's another little carnival train. And these are all, or mostly, $5 to $10, or a couple of them are listed differently, but most of them you can see are $7, $7, $7.
Huh? No, can't.
Oh, you're the
Hour.
Sparky, what's up with this? Conrail and brown. I thought Conrail's supposed to be blue. Oh, isn't that a pretty steam locomotive? I don't know if that will come up on camera. I've got light interference. There we go. That's sharp. Why am I looking at steamers, right?
Because they're cool.
I do modern era, but I've got a lot of steamers. I got guilted into it. Now I can't stop buying them. Well, I think I'm at 10 now.
My husband's a train. Yes, I do. He's just going to.
One's not enough.
Right.
100's not too many.
Indeed. How many more trains do you need? Just one more.
My mother said that she read an article about Rockefeller.
Right.
They broke him up, how rich he was getting. They said, well, just how much money do you need? And the article, his reply was just
a little more. Yep.
A little bit more.
I had a colleague at work that used to quote that all the time. Oh,
Start from a very different spot.
Oh, they got Greek hoplites, Romans, medieval. So you guys know those trains. I showed that train in there and I'm just like, oh, look, cool steamer. Oh, well, that was a Southern 210-2. I don't know. Baltimore and Ohio. I do like the Baltimore and Ohio liveries, of course. And I live in Ohio, and Baltimore and Ohio would go through here, but you never saw that was before I was born when those things would run through with the passenger cars through Toledo. Since I can remember, it's been Amtrak has been the one passenger service through Toledo, but there was a time when Baltimore and Ohio ran through. I am looking for buildings, some old scale poles for 50 cents each. That's not bad. More O scale, more O scale. My O scale friends will have to forgive me. I am going to cruise through the O scale. And so here is the Swanton. We saw the Swanton HO scale out there. This is Swanton N scale. So here's their little N scale. And again, it's a T-Track mobile. Okay, so now you're going to have to forgive me. I'm going to go a little quicker. I'm going to kind of shunt back and forth here. Some old tin toys. Again, I used to buy these, fix them up, paint them if I could get the right paint and sell them again. But we got some N scale here. All right, that's all N scale. I saw some Keebri boxes, but I think it's all N scale. Baltimore and Ohio diesels, yeah. I wonder what kit that is. Oh, it's a train shed, but it's not all of it. It's just like leftover pieces. What's this by Tomix? Oh, okay. It's a little N scale set of buildings. Okay. Well, now that my friend Christopher just went to TT scale, TT gauge, I'm gonna push through. The big Jim camper. I had it as the emergency. Oh, I used to have these when I was a kid. Hey, Rick. I had a series of these, the president figures, these actual heroes of the American Revolution. Then they did all the presidents. But I'm here to look at trains. I'm here to look at trains. So I am going to pass through a lot of the toys. Oh, you got some cool steam working engines here. If you're just into steam, whether it's train or not. all kinds of the old plastic soldiers. Again, there's a part of my brain that goes back to them and starts thinking, oh, I missed those. I'd like to do those again. But man, if you're into N scale, so far I'm seeing more N scale than anything. This is all N scale all the way down. Wow. Oh, look at this, the Amtrak here. 3 cars, $10 each in N scale. That's cool. Well, believe it or not, Sparky, I actually do have some self-control. Some. Every now and then it hits me, but self-control. But this is the only train show I go to, and there's only one guy that sells Märklin. There's only one guy that sells Märklin or German stuff. Every now and then you'll catch a table that has some European stock. Militaria, you got HO scale, military jeeps, vehicles, and tanks to put on. Oh, there's a big. That is O scale, isn't it? Or is that going up into 1 scale? Hey, Pete, nice to have you here. And did I see James? Is that Dundas? Hey, James Galton, how are you? Oh, look at this. This is carved out of wood. Check this out. This is all wood. That is really cool. And they only want $60 for it. Handmade. More Lionel. Boy, almost your clone, Dave, from Scott's Rail. Johnny Apollo, basically the same old Fort Apache play set, but they just put a different paint scheme on the metal walls and add plastic spaceman figures. Speaking of which, okay, the Cape Canaveral play set, all the Marks play sets here. That's cool. I got to stop looking. This is all Lionel. So I breezed through the Lionel. Hey, Chuck Schreiber, thank you. Hello. Hey, Tom's Märklin, a good friend Tom, who's just a couple hours away from us, 2.5, 3 hours away. King Ghidorah of the military. Okay, we can zip through here. But yeah, I'm really trying to go fast through the cars and the toys. I really don't want to stop because normally I would stop and look. All kinds of Hot Wheels and so forth. And I'd start going through looking for new Dodges I hadn't seen. And that gentleman right there is the guy who runs this show. The New York Central System. But I'm going to go around back there because a good friend of mine is here. So you have to excuse me, sir. Now you got the big gauge, but if you watch my live stream last year, this is my, can I shake your hand with your gloves on? This is my colleague and friend, Rito Kitamura. He actually has a train. I forget what scale it is, but it's around his house. It's a ride-upon. It's the 7.5 scale. And this is yours, right? Yep. You had to get special permission from your neighbors to set it up, right? Yeah, those HOAs. My friend Christopher would love that. That's cool. Are you doing anything at Bowser, or are you all over at right, okay, so half a day at Bowser and then half a day at okay. Oh, you did go back to Japan. Cool. Okay. Oh, that's awesome. You've got, and you still got your N scale is back in Japan. Your large collection is somewhere. Oh, you sold it all. Right. Right.
But
Understood. You took your favorite ones.
that makes sense.
Oh, that's cool. It is great to see you, Rio. It's great to see you too.
Gosh, did I get a chance to come over?
Because I do have a DC loop you could run your trains on now. So yeah, you could. Yeah, we could. Now, if we got a Shinkansen, it would cover the whole thing. But I don't know the last time you saw my channel, but I have a 8 foot long DC section down below. So I can run DC trains now.
You can run any train now.
Yeah, yeah,
So I don't have to worry about.
right. Yeah. You're live. You want to say hello to the world? Because literally, we got people from at least 3 continents here.
Really?
Yeah. Australia, North America, and Europe.
Ride more train?
Well, I've got a couple of friends that are big into Japanese trains, although the one just moved up to TT scale from N scale. So we'll see what happens. All right. Well, I'm going to keep filming, but I'm going to come back and say hi again later. Take care. Rio and I taught together for, God, 15 years, and he's still going. I'm out. I remember him when he was a first year teacher. He had been teaching in Japan. He moved to the United States specifically to teach Japanese at my school. He had run an exchange program where he brought the kids from Japan over to the United States with my school, and then they got him to take over teaching Japanese at my school. We had a Japanese program. It was very strong, and he is an excellent teacher. But you get a principal in, or you get some politicians in who think Japanese doesn't mean anything, and they do everything they can to cut his program down. Dino, yes. Yeah, I hear there's a guy with a big Miracle selection here today, so I'm looking forward to seeing it. But I do this stream just to, like people that want to vicariously go through a train show. There's a Lionel Amtrak little 4-car loop set. It's only $125, so that's not bad. All my nephews were into Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and of course Star Wars. I did Star Wars, even though I was kind of older when Star Wars came out. I was 14 when the first movie came out. I bought all the toys. Should we get Kyan a wooden helicopter? I think he would crash that. Well, yeah, the cement mixer might be a better choice. He's not going to break that one. He does. He's got wooden frames and things like that. Yep. What's that? Hey, Andy. Like I said, I know it was all good with you, but I hate stepping on your broadcast time, but it is what it is when we're here. Oh, look at those Arnold Rivarossi Amtraks, very nice. I need to start getting these retaining walls. I need to start getting retaining walls. Yeah, Delph, it's a well laid show. Again, it's a train and toy show. The toy collectors are here very strong. N scale sellers are very strong this year. Oh, I like that one. Somebody can tell me about this. An Amtrak 902 by AHM. I remember AHM making slot car sets, and they were owned by the same company that did bowling balls. Same company that owned AHM also did bowling balls. I can't remember the bowling ball company name. Wow. Look at those auto racks. Those are big. Joyce, you want to take an auto rack home? Joyce has wandered on. Chessie. Hey, Bernard C., how are you? But yeah, that's kind of cool looking. There's some standard Ampex. Yes, you'll see I put Erie and Lackawanna. I remember somebody around used to do that one. Gorgeous New York Centrals right up there. All right, we're back into some 3D printed N scale buildings here and some N scale scenery. You think the GG1 you got is GRE? I'm at the Toledo Train and Toy Show. The Greater Toledo Toy and Train Show. I got to get it in the right order. Toy and Train Show. And here they are. That's gorgeous. I like that a lot. But this is the one train show a year I go to. Other than last year, I went to Getz in the UK, but that's a different story. That was a one-off. But yeah, I am zipping through. I'm probably not staring at stuff long enough for people to really say, oh, wait. Well, right now, it's a lot of N scale, which is cool. N scale's awesome. I toyed when I decided to get into the model train hobby. I toyed with going N scale, but I couldn't find the trains I wanted in N scale. And so I fell into American 3-rail by mistake, but it was a happy mistake. Wow, I could really put together a beautiful Southern Pacific train with I saw the loco outside, a really nice loco and some cars. Oh, wow, these are pretty. Oh my goodness. $55 for the set. They're lightweight plastic. They do have, I can't tell if they have full interiors or not. Looks like they've just got weight in the interiors, but those are sharp. Yeah, they don't look like they have seats inside. Wow. Man. Buy one of them for $55. I'd buy the whole set. That's sharp. Be honest, I may think about that just to have an American train. I'd rather have an Ohio, Baltimore and Ohio set would be awesome. But the problem is when you're trying to film and walk around, you're in people's way. You really are. And Joyce does not like crowds. So Joyce will wait for me to go through the lane, although if somebody comes up with something. But again, I can't buy a loco. I could only buy rolling stock unless I could find an MTH in 3-rail. But see, I do like the Baltimore and Ohio livery. And if I could get a rake of cars in this livery for a decent price, I would do it. I would buy it because it says Ohio on it. And I could run it on my 3-rail layout or my 2-rail layout. Oh, a whole bunch more Conrail. Brunswick Red is what it's called. Hello, Fostoria, Ohio. Welcome in. Some more Cotton Belt. Isn't Jason the train freak into Cotton Belt? Yeah, Chuck. If you're American N scale, yeah, you've got all kinds of places. This has got a great N scale presence. It's got a strong Lionel presence.
Well,
Could
it's
be.
up to you.
You let go on
Are
it.
you gonna have your own short, your own?
No. Like you did.
Outside. Oh, no wonder he picked that up. That's pretty. Get that. Oh, Detroit, Toledo, and Ironton. Oh, wow. That would be even better. Unfortunately, I'm 3-rail. See, one that says Toledo would be even better. That's the problem when you're in.
That's what the T is.
Yeah, T for Toledo, right. Detroit, Toledo. I could never remember what the I was. But I do European 3-rail. So, more Baltimore and Ohio and the Pennsylvania. But yeah, those cars are stupidly talking to me. And speaking of, oh my, more Southern Pacific. Look at this rate. That's a sharp set right there. And the person selling it knows which team to root for. We won the championship. Unfortunately, some of my friends are Michigan guys, and they won't shut up about beating us again. But we won the national championship, so I guess that's a nice consolation prize. Beautiful set of Union Pacific Pullmans here. $15 each. You guys would have to tell me whether you think that's a great price. I think $15 for any car is always a good price, especially for a nice long. That's a very sharp set. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So $8. You're looking for about $120. I wonder if you could get that set for $100, because I could do that. There's Delaware. I think DE is Delaware, isn't it? Then all these pipe cars and N scale. Yeah, N scale military. Yes, they are. I am impressed with the Southern Pacific daylight rakes. Those are pretty. And you can see we got some young people here. So this is plenty of people. So I got to find that Merklin guy. But we shall see if that N scale layout isn't the longest than this one is, because it's a big loop here. But if you were to narrow it up, that's why I say I'm not sure. But that one, in terms of length, just overall length, that N scale that was out there, that's long, much longer than this. But this one, of course, is much wider this way. But it is HO. Oh, look at this. We got a 3-way meet here. Royal American Circus train going away from us, and then a CSX. Oh, I like that loco right there. The honoring our veterans. I like that loco. That's just a sharp one. Norfolk Burlington. Nice set of auto racks. I know a lot of guys I follow like their auto racks, so a big set of those. Did I see Jean Ricard is here? Hey, Jean Ricard and Moneybrook. That's Mark and Lisa. You'll shoot your eye out. You'll shoot your eye out. Actually, I've seen a couple of American rakes of cars that I'm interested in. A set of Pennsylvanias over there. I forget what it's called. It's a brownish color, but somebody said I'd have to scroll back. Somebody said it was what it's called. But it's something red, but it looks brown. Yes, sir. I'm really to have an American rake. It was $55 for like 8 cars or 6 cars. They don't have interiors. And then you have $120. You had a Southern Pacific set over there, the Daylight Express. Do you remember where that Merklin guy was? Oh, we're coming up to him. Oh, yeah, we got some Merklin right here. Good. Oh, here's some New York Central, but not the ones I'm looking for. Oh my. I do Miraklin. I've got a big layout in my home that's Miraklin. Thing is, this is in better. I've got, is that tin plate still, or is that gone plastic by this time? 34.29. But I've got these. Hey, I've got both. I've got a whole rake for these, but anytime I see them, I've got to look at them. Oh yeah. Well, anytime I see Miraklin, I'm there. I've got a basement layout that is it's all 3-rail. Yeah, that's the odd one. Was that an actual? No, that's just, yeah, it is. Wow, an American. Oh, I might just go for that just for the heck of it. It's an American. What are you asking for it?
What do you think it's worth?
To be honest, I can't be fair. I could give you this being in the box and newer, these easily, I could turn around and sell those for 30 to $40, depending on the guy that wants them. They look like they are still tin plate. I can also get them on eBay for $10, but not new in box. I can get them loose for $10. So that one, I don't know. That's the plastic. I would say that's probably, again, I don't know if it's a collectible or not. I'm even new into Miracle, only about 8 years into it. But I could easily say 15, minimum of 15. Wow. Because he's got, yeah, okay. I didn't even see the stick on that one. 35 is a totally fair price on that. I don't have a, okay. Because there used to be a guy, he used to be up here, and then the last few years he was back here that had a lot of Miraklin, but he didn't show up last year, and I don't know if he's here this year either. Okay. Oh, okay. Well, I'm gonna make my first buy. I just don't have a bag to carry it. Oh, well, that would be great. I don't need those two. Those are nice. I just don't need them. I've got 3 of those and 4 of those. Yeah. Okay. Well, I'll give you. Then you said 15 on that one.
That's kind of neat.
So yeah,
No, it's
my first American Miraklin.
yeah, no, it's not.
I've got
Because I used to live in Germany, it's
right,
the Euro train.
right.
Came over to live because I was living in Germany.
Yeah.
I've got the Euro train, and then I've got a fairly amount of listening to trains of all the different pills and lagers.
I can't even begin to count how many beer wagons I have. I bought a few of my own. I've had a couple of friends that sold me, and then recently I have a friend who's terminally ill, and he lives in Canada, and he's a huge European guy, and I probably picked up 100 to 150 beer wagons from him. Yeah, it's massive. All right, well, so what's your shop? You're North. Okay, you're just an online, or just do it the show. Okay, gotcha. Right. Well, see, I don't. I'm jealous of those connections because I didn't grow up with model trades. I got in model trades because beginning in 2003, I was traveling in Germany and we went everywhere by train, and I fell in love with it. And in 2014, I bought, well, not 2014, 2015, I bought an ICE3. Yeah, by Miraklin. I didn't know what I was getting into. I didn't know about 3-rail. And now I've got way too many trains and always buying more, and it's insane. If you ever, all right. Well, there we did our first one. Bachman top coaches are hitting $90. Ridiculous. Okay, you guys are talking. So sorry, guys. I was ignoring you while I was making a deal there. I seriously, I would easily go back and pay $50 for those 2 cars, but I do have a trip to Germany coming up, and I've got train money. Plus, Joyce is actually talking about going back to Ormondy's, and there's a locomotive I want to buy there. But that Sioux for $15, that's, hey, it's American and it's American. So I have my first American stock. And I'm just going through Big Track. I had a friend who had that. My dad thought they were too stupid to get. But if I walk out of here, I'm looking at one of those car sets, either the Pennsylvania 55, but I'd love to see if I could find a Baltimore and Ohio. More Lionel Fast Track. I was looking at the scene. Excuse me, sir. But this is where my modeling started as a kid. I would actually just grab sticks and branches and stuff out of the yard and build military dioramas with HO scale figures that I'd paint up, and I'd actually fight battles, and make up rules. And I didn't even know there was a tabletop wargaming hobby until I was in my teens. And then I went from military, modern warfare stuff, World War II, Civil War. Yeah, I just kept going back in history, and then I got into medieval. And then I was also a huge Lord of the Rings fan. So I eventually worked my way into Lord of the Rings tabletop gaming. I think it's the 25 millimeter scale, 25, 28 millimeter scale. So I'm just zipping through here. Lots of Lionel, but again, and here you go. I don't know if Tammy and Ray were around because they're probably at the train show they're at, but Ray, here's a nice big Lego. And this is actually a little smaller than they usually put up. They usually have a lot more buildings here. Yeah, it does. It always starts with the first one. I don't know, Jean Ricard. I didn't look. I saw, I bought. That's how it works. I've lost Joyce. Oh, she's talking to Rick. But a nice big Lego one. But I do, just despite some appearances to the contrary, I do have restraint. I have things I want to do, and if I didn't have certain things going on, I'd probably pick those two cars up just to add to the collection or maybe replace one. But the collection I have was from Horst in Bamberg, Germany, and I want to run his trains. I don't want to replace his cars. So it's a train I've already got plenty of cars for, so I'm not going to spend the money on that. I want to save the money for that haha buy. But yeah, I'm not seeing my other American guy. Normally he sets up in the corner back here, but we'll see. Some Lionel chain gang workers. That's funny. They all Chevy and Fords, no Dodges there. Why? Because Dodges sell. But yeah, if you like your Lionel O gauge of any era, we get plenty of that here. But when I was younger, in my 20s and 30s, we had lots of guys that, lots of secondhand toy shops. I had a couple of them I loved to visit, toy collector shops. There's see, in the old days, I might see if I would buy something like that, fix it up, but I didn't do trains. But toys in that condition, I'd buy them up, fix them up, find the right paint, repaint them. Oh, speaking of MTH, here we go. Although this looks O scale. Yep. Yeah, anybody likes their F1's, got some Menards cars there. Oh, a wood go-kart, that's sharp.
I got mine.
So if I lost my one American connection, it's kind of sad. Because, for years when I talked to the guy, I would just stare at the Miraklin and not really buy much because he sold old stuff and I was all modern era. Now that I've got some older eras, I swear that he could be Dave's brother or cousin. Hey, the I Dream of Jeannie game. Tyco Turbo Firebird. Oh, yeah. And the big Tonka crane right there. Oh, yeah, we could do classic Tonkas too. Yes, he would. He would make that. Oh, wow, the old giant Shogun Warrior. Had some kids in my neighborhood that had that when I was a kid. A lot more N scale here. I like those S-Clairs. Those catch your eye. It's funny. You just see a rake, and then there's one that stands out color-wise and just gets you. Yeah. Yeah, we're big on N scale this year. Lunch boxes. And then these guys over here, they set up shop. They test any train you buy here. They will test it for you right here. And they even have Miraklin C-Track here. So these guys will test any train. They have different tracks through here. They will test them all. What's that? Right. 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 Walter's Gold Line. All kinds of Oxford diecast cars here. Wow.
You put that in my classroom, brainwash my kids.
It is. It's sort of Cthulhu there. I don't think it is Cthulhu, but your kids would just sit there. You will do your homework. You will do your homework. Wow, that's a lot of Oxford diecast.
Nightmare stuff.
Yeah, Andy says nightmare stuff. Yeah, Sparky says hi to you.
Hi, Sparky.
Joyce is here. She's threatening me. If I put her on camera again, she's threatening my life. So, oh, really? So you're okay with being on camera? Okay. You always see the old state. Oh, you don't see the Ohio one. More Star Wars. Who? Oh, Joe Rader. Hello.
We give you a flyer. This is on my store.
Oh, okay.
Those pictures. So
Oh,
electronic
cool.
tools, toys, appliances, seasonal, lawnmowers.
Oh, on Metzinger. Okay.
You name it.
Cool. Oh, there you go. Uh-oh, Joyce.
I like that one. Yeah. All of that is not this, but all that's here and over there.
Well, no, this was when they were the Intrepid still, I believe.
It's from 2001. Yeah. Very hard to find in that scale.
Yeah, I know. It's special to me because it's Dodge. My last name's Dodge.
So you need to own that.
And my birthday is the 19th. So when this car came into... Yeah, I know.
I got the box part in the slip back there too.
I appreciate that. I'm going to Gonna have to pass. I cannot have more than one hobby. I've already got way too many.
Toy show.
Yeah, I know.
You don't keep the candy store right now.
Yeah, that's the problem. No, that any other day that might have come home with me, but now that I do trains, that has to wait. Also, since they're not since they're not in NASCAR anymore. What's that? No, they don't do mystery bags. There's no shop here that I know of that does mystery bags. Okay, this is a Toys for Tots display. Always like to help them. More Lionel. Again, a very strong Lionel and O scale presence here.
You doing?
I hear somebody just there. Oh, I like the trucks. Those are sharp trucks.
And should be
Oh, you got Hellion and
this one. Somebody started putting it together. I'll be able to clean it up. But I think this one's still sealed. And I think he's got auto carriers too.
okay. Oh, but this one's grabbing my attention a little bit. A Baltimore and Ohio.
Yeah.
Whoops. Shaky hand.
All right.
$10 is not bad at all.
No.
Nickel Plate Road. So Riva Rossi.
I got a lot of Rock Islands over here.
Well, what draws me is the Baltimore and Ohio. I actually run European trains,
Okay.
but I can run, and it's 3-rail.
Okay.
But the thing is, I can run any two-rail normal stock. I just can't run locomotives. But
Okay.
I've been thinking of getting Baltimore and Ohio, but I'd really like to find them is the cars in that. What is it? It's sort of a sky blue and then a.
You're thinking of the Blue Goose Santa Fe.
Well, no. There's Baltimore and Ohio, but they had a darker as opposed to the all silver cars. They had a
Okay, I know what you're talking about.
right.
Gold lettering.
Yeah.
You're looking at like a heavyweight instead of the streamline.
Right. But again, it's $10 and it says on there,
You know,
so can't go.
wrong with that.
Oh, Delaware. Hey, I'll do that.
You
You want,
over itching and it's like,
yeah, well, it says Ohio, so if I'm going to have North American stock on my layout, well, I'm going to have to break a 20 on you.
fine.
Okay.
2 5s or a 10? Your call.
2 5s are good. All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Bingo.
Yeah, you know.
You did. Oh, that. That one. Okay. Okay, so I'm just debating that one Pennsylvania railroad, but they didn't have. Okay, here's some buildings though. Are any of those buildings useful? More O scale. Boy, almost all the MTH I'm seeing is O scale here. Yeah, yeah, I hear that. But they had a Southern Pacific Silver. Goodbye, Anthony. Well, I accidentally, this phone, if there's one thing I hate about it, is if you put any pressure on the edges, it acts like you've touched a button. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Joyce, can you throw that in the bag? That's, oh, Matrix cars. See, it's just random things that catch your eye. Oh, not that. All right. Well, sadly, we only got one more row. And there used to be a guy over here that had European buildings mixed in with this stock. but I'm not seeing them, but we'll see. So we'll do this and then our last and final pass. And again, it's all. Oh, your kids were in your family was in Prague? Well, hey, how you doing, Matt?
Good.
Matt Moore, nice to see you.
Good to get together sometime.
Maybe, yeah. Yeah. Going on, going on. There's another 8. There's another 8. Matt was a member of my club I was once a member of. And oh, here's more of those big, long Union Pacific. Oh, wow. So that's another, those are sharp. All kinds of box cards. But, oh, wait, there they are. Okay. Uh-oh. All right, I might be making a purchase here. These are pretty. Tugwater, Dixon, and Powell, Union Pacific. Those are sharp. There's a lot to like about those. But if we scroll back here, these look like they need work. Oh, man. Yeah. I would have to find, yeah, the bogeys on this one are completely gone. The weights inside them, yeah. Yeah, there's, oh, man. Yeah, they would need a lot of work, and I'd have to work on the bogeys to get them to run on my layout. Does he? Oh, he doesn't have a price on those. Oh, they got some of the Baltimore and Ohio, but they're in rough shape. They're not the exact color scheme I want, but they're good enough. But they would need a lot of work to get them running on my. What? I'll see. Well, the one definitely needs a complete new bogey here. It's broken. And then obviously missing wheel sets. I'd have to learn what wheel sets. The others are okay, but boy, I just feel like
That would be an easy repair.
What?
That would be an easy repair.
Yeah, it probably
I do
would
that
be.
all the time on my stuff.
Okay, yeah, I figure that just replacing the bogeys and have new bogeys, it would just finding them. Now there's a repair place over there that sells all the spare parts. Yeah, I don't know. Big nail in there. Sir, are you here or no? He's here. Okay, stuck in them. Okay. We'll see what the price is for the 4 of them. If I can get them for maybe $30. What the heck? Although I'm out of cash. I have to run up to the. Say what? Yeah, we'll see. Hey, sir. Got a question for you right here. Oh, I got to ask him. Okay, well, he's with somebody else. Oh, okay. What will you take for the 4 Baltimore and Ohio cards? Kind of. Would you go 30? 30? I'll do it. Do you take card or do I need to go to the cash machine? Okay, need cash. 35. He said he'd take 30. Easy for him. All right. Well, I'm going to come back and get him. All right. It'll give me something to do after I do all the other things I got to do. But they're Baltimore and Ohio. I'll throw it with the silver one and What's that? I know how far. I know how far. I got them for less than $8 a car. That's a good price. Yeah. Okay. Here's the. You remember the phrase I repeated about 3 times yesterday? All kinds of easy track and such down here. Yeah, it's weird. I'm not looking. Normally I have people say, "Oh, Anthony, stop! Look at that! Get that." Penn Centrals. Some really nice Penn Centrals. But then I just saw something even more interesting. I hate to say it, and it's probably easy to remove. These cars are interesting, but I just don't like the paper ones in there. But those are kind of sharp. The Ohio Eastern. The windows are out, but I've got plenty to replace those with. That's cool. All right. I might have to find an ATM. All right. Take care, Pete. Thanks for staying with us for a bit. Appreciate it. Every now and then you'll find some buildings I can use mixed in here. But oh, trees for $6? I can't believe he'd still be selling for $6. So pine trees, $2 each. That's not too bad. Probably get it. And you got $2 trees here for a whole box for 20.
I have few in that buildings. It's just great. Like mine, I got C-Gleis.
All kinds of cool things. That's just toys, little sailboat there. Hey, Joyce, if you really want to go classic for Cayenne, how about the sailboat? What? The steamboat is more speed. And we're going to, oh, there's a blue Baltimore and Ohio locomotive. There's the Broadway Limited Blue Line. My problem is I just hear so many bad things about more Southern Pacific, but not the Hiawatha and the Milwaukee Road. Those are sharp. The Union Pacifics, but I think I'm just gonna go silly and get those Baltimore and Ohio's. Oh, an old American Flyer. I Oh, sorry about that, guys. Hey, S&C Railway fans. So American Flyer. Look at that. The American Flyer red because that's what. Excuse me, Alex. All right, so we got one more Lionel table. I gotta find the ATM here, but yeah, like I said, these guys test everything, and they do it for free. They do it for free. You give tips, but yeah, they even got American M track right here. I think this is awesome that they do that. Any model you buy here, you can go over there and get it tested. That big auto rack going again. But I've now gone through every aisle. Last year, this was out in the hall for the big Piggly Wiggly.
He is so happy.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, guys. That was a tour of the Toledo Train Show. We are going to wrap it up here. Oh, yep. But we're going to wrap it up here. We've gone through the whole shop. Gotta go find an ATM so I can get the those cards. So I want to thank everybody who came in and looked around. And I'll see you on my channel. I've got another video coming out later today, and I'll see you on my channel. I'm trying to get everybody in there. There we go. So on behalf of Joyce and Rick from Rick's Trains, check out Rick's Trains channel. And we'll see you next year. But until next time I see you guys, I'll say Auf Wiedersehen, tschüss, and happy trades. Take care, everybody. Bye now. Yeah, so the thing is, yeah, and there it is.